You're all mic'd, okay?
You can see the board, okay?
Okay, so whenever you're ready, take it away.
Do we have a clicker?
Clicker, please. Hi, everyone. So by the time we've finished presenting, 22 people will have died from viral hepatitis. We plan to solve this tragedy. It's just a couple of facts to warm up the crowd here. Viral hepatitis is killing more people than malaria, tuberculosis, or HIV/AIDS. In fact, 325 million people around the world are chronically infected with viral hepatitis, and it's killing. It's killing more than 1.4 million people every year. And it's despite having curative medicines available, this phenomenon keeps happening. Over to you, David. We want to share the story.
So when the medicine first came out, it was more than $1,000 per pill, more than $90,000 per cure. If you look at the cost of the actual medicine, it's less than $200. 472 times markup, which is staggering. It just shows the system's broken. So our first coin is going to be a liver coin, and what we're going to enable is, with the Cure platform, the disruptive venture capital model, the change of paradigm of drug development, generate tremendous social impact on the ground, and create unprecedented value for our token holders, the patients, and the biopharma. How are we going to do this? With our Cure platform, the funding will go into the infrastructure of the blockchain. 10% will go into the Save a Million Lives initiative, which is part of our Omnom Foundation, and 85% will go into a grant or a loan into the most innovative biopharma companies that are developing next-generation cures and therapies. They're going to supply back to the Cure platform the new cures and deliver a supply of next-generation medicines at cost.
So in such a way, we are going to change the paradigm of drug development. Right now what happens is the drugs are developed in the first world and then priced in this 400, 600 times the value, and it basically, nobody wins. You couldn't afford, the people in the developed world couldn't afford the medicines. In developing world, of course, that's another story. And this is completely broken. We would like to change this. And there is nothing on the horizon that will solve this problem until now. I think we have a winning model that will change this broken system. So we will not only do this, we will try to scale the immediate social impact on the ground by scaling the things that we have done in the last 4 years. So this is a nice story. I mean, everybody's, when we stand up here and then tell you that, people would say, oh, these guys are standing on a soapbox, claiming nice things. But in everything behind, it's a team. The people, the professionals make it happen. The professionals, so I'm not going to tell you a whole lot about myself, but let me start actually telling you a little bit about the two colleagues. There are 4 co-founders of this new innovative cure platform. David is actually right here. He's our people person who's been setting up businesses. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's been doing a lot of things in the past, different expertise from in number of industries. So Ross is a former Glencore, UBS, Deloitte. He's been managing $50 billion fund at Glencore, 10 years at Glencore. So the next 10 member is Professor Jeffrey Glenn, who's a personal friend. We know each other in last, some of us know 4 years, and it's not something that we just, come together and telling you a nice story. This is something that we believe in, and we've been dedicating our life to come to this point. So Jeffrey is a professor of medicine at Stanford Medical School. He's also director of the Center for Hepatitis and Liver Tissue Engineering. He's a serial entrepreneur, is one of the most amazing scientists that we know of. And he actually created the first company, Agravai Pharmaceuticals. It's listed on NASDAQ. It's developing a cure for hepatitis D. Hepatitis D is the most severe form of hepatitis in humans. And we're actually, what we are telling you today, this is something that, just make, we are not telling you because it makes us feel good. We are doing it, we are, as we speak. And IGER is actually bringing the clinical trials that usually happen in the first world, bringing it to Mongolia, which is my home country. And RiboScience is a groundbreaking company. You can look it up, riboscience.com. This company has a pipeline that Big Pharma is jealous of. It was spinned out of Roche, 10, 12 years of research. The partners, the curative treatment that David talked about, was discovered. The key discovery was made by the co-founders of RiboScience. So this is not something, we are not giving you like, pump-up thing. It's real. And it includes the best-in-class molecules against hepatitis C, Zika, Ebola, influenza, you name it. We have a weapon, finally, we have a weapon against viral diseases. And it also has an amazing cancer program. The third company is iCube Therapeutics. It's a stealth mode company that's developing a curative and preventative medicine for liver cancer, which is one of the most deadliest cancers in the world. So these are the companies that actually share the vision. And why did we start this journey? We started it because I'm originally from Mongolia, and Mongolia has the highest liver cancer mortality rate in the world. So as shown in this graph, the world average is around 9.9, 10 per 100,000 people a year. Mongolia has nearly 12 times the world average. It's because of viral hepatitis. It's because we have this uncontrolled endemic, and it's killing people. Actually, 7 Mongolians die because of liver disease every single day. We wanted to change this. It started back in 2012, and we've been doing a lot of things. And actually, we initiated a program called Hepatitis Prevention Control Elimination Program, and this program is becoming a global model. We've been featured in The Guardian for our innovative visionary model, and also recently, in November, at the World Hepatitis Summit, the program was awarded as the award as a visionary model that other countries should follow to realize, to eliminate hepatitis C and then lower the mortality of liver cirrhosis and liver cancer. So this is what we've been doing. We've been really about making the impact on the ground. And I guess I didn't make my introduction. So my name is ND. I go by Narambatra Dashtorch. I go by ND. My first initials. I'm the co-founder and chairman of the board of the Ono Foundation, who initiated this program. And it's been featured, our organization's work has been featured in The Guardian. So far, what has been the impact? Impact has been, we cured 30,000 people in Mongolia as of December 25th, 2017. We screened, within the national program, 330,000 people. And this is real stuff, real people, real things on the ground. So with this kind of innovative model, we are going to change, as David said, we're going to disrupt the venture capital model. It's broken. We are going to change the paradigm of drug development. We will develop the medicines where they need it the most. Instead of developing in the first world and bringing, kind of trickling down after 10 years, and then let alone the people couldn't afford it. We will generate a tremendous social impact. The Save Million Lives initiative of the Ono Foundation, the goal of that is to save 1 million people from dying of viral hepatitis by 2030. World Health Organization initiated basically 195 countries in 2016. They said, we are going to, as a humanity, we are going to eliminate hepatitis B and C by 2030 as a public health threat. We, in this room, we can get together and then achieve that mission. We can eliminate the cancer-causing major infectious disease. for the first time in history for the world. So we would like to do that. But we're not just only about creating a social impact. We are creating value. We are creating wealth in the world. Without the funding, without sustainability, nothing works. So we would like to really create unprecedented value. You see the price differentials, 470 times, right? That's a value we would like to give it back to the token holders. And also, patients will win, people will win, and biopharma companies, the companies that are making the innovation, creating the next generation life-saving medicines will also benefit from this because they're getting a non-dilutive capital. We are not becoming the VCs and sitting on the board, messing up the company. No, we would have Jeffries of the world to make the decision and take it forward. So that's what we would like to do. So the FutureHack, it was an exciting event. We only found out 3 days ago. We said we would like to participate in it. We came really late. So it was almost halfway through, but we got so much out of this event. And we said, one of the reporters asked about, do you think the FutureHack is worth it? Absolutely. I think you should actually have more of these events, have the young people come in, hack away, and create tangible solutions. So in the last 36 hours, we created, actually you can go to MedXes.io, we created the token holder portal where you can actually log in. We created for our Slovenian friend, Ivo. Ivo is going to invest into the liver coin, and the password is liver coin. If you go in there, you will MedX.io, if you use the username and password, you can basically have, okay, here are the, you can, he owns, we just said, he's going to invest in approximately $10,000. That's what he told us. So that's going to, in a family friends round, that's going to buy 100,000 coins. 100,000 coins gets you 42 cures. 42 cures. So with that, you can cure yourself, cure your friends, family, and send, donate a cure to a country of your choosing. And I was probably going to choose Slovenia. But you don't have to be the warm-hearted person. You can actually create value. You can trade the coin because MedXes will be negotiating with the governments around the world to sell the next generation therapies at discount. The Australian government right now, last year, they spent more than $1 billion buying hepatitis C medicine. That's the one we showed you about. They are trying to cure 230,000 people until 2026. They're spending billions of dollars. Instead of that, they could be by investing into the liver coin on the Cure platform, they could actually save, enormous amount of money. So that's the value. And in the last 8 hours, we created this video, and I would like to I just would like to welcome you to watch this video. This is don't expect anything very glossy because this is something that we created on the fly in last maybe 6 hours.
6 hours, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, here we go.
MedX, enabling innovation, saving lives, and creating value. Using blockchain technology, MedX is developing the Cure platform to provide an equitable access to next-generation life-saving medicines to people around the globe. What is the Cure platform? What does the Cure platform disrupt and change? The Cure platform is a blockchain-enabled innovation framework that will disrupt the venture capital model, change the paradigm of drug development, generate tremendous social impact on the ground, and create unprecedented value for token holders, patients, and cutting-edge biopharma companies. The first token to be launched on the Cure platform is the liver coin. Let us now take a deeper look into the mechanics of how the liver coin will enable innovation, save lives, and create value on the Cure platform. 5% of the funds raised through the liver token ICO will be utilised to build comprehensive blockchain and off-chain infrastructure of the Cure platform. 10% of the funds will be utilised to scale an immediate social impact on the ground by supporting the Save a Million Lives initiative of the Onnom Foundation. The goal of this initiative is to save 1 million people from dying of viral hepatitis by 2030. The remaining 85% or large majority of the funds will be provided as a grant or loan to the most innovative Silicon Valley biopharma companies that are developing next-generation life-saving medicines and therapies for liver disease, including viral hepatitis. These funding allocations are pre-coded using smart contracts on the blockchain. As a deliverable for strategic non-dilutive capital, these cutting-edge biopharma companies will provide a supply of next-generation life-saving medicines at cost once these medicines are developed and approved. Based on the actual cost of next-generation life-saving medicines, the ratio of number of medicines to liver tokens will be set, and 100% of the next-generation life-saving medicines will be allocated to the token holders as per their holding at the time of distribution. Using the Cure platform, token holders will be able to utilize these next-generation life-saving medicines to treat family, friends, and themselves. Token holders will also be able to donate these next-generation life-saving medicines to the Save a Million Lives initiative to treat people in a country of their choice. Delivery of medicines and treatments will be tracked on the blockchain, ensuring transparency and accountability. In turn, it will facilitate adherence to national and international regulations. Moreover, token holders will be able to monetize these next-generation life-saving medicines if they choose to, since MedX will work with governments to sell medicines and return the proceeds to token holders. After Livercoin, MedX is planning to launch CancerCoin, FluCoin on the Cure platform, which will be followed by tokens focusing on viral diseases such as RSV, Ebola, Zika, and others. In other words, the Cure platform will become an exchange platform for next-generation life-saving medicines and therapies, providing even greater value for token holders, patients, and cutting-edge biopharma companies. In such a transformative way, MedX will enable innovation, save lives, and create real value.
With that, I would like to thank you.
You guys have a good time. What did you do, 36 hours instead of 56?
Yes.
Need to get some sleep.
Were you up the whole time?
Yeah, pretty much.
So do any guys, can I have quiet, please? Do any of the judges have questions?
I have one. Firstly, congratulations. Phenomenal platform. You mentioned something that there was 472x times the cost, and you mentioned that value would be transferred back to the token holders. Does that mean that the product would be sold at that inflated price as opposed to the cost price?
So, let's see. Our friend Ivo, invests in our liver coin. He purchases, let's say, 10,000, 100,000 coins. Family and friends around 10 cents. Okay, so that's basically 10,000. So when you do that, and when you pre-purchase, basically what we're allowing is allowing the investors and the token holders buying the next generation life-saving medicines at a severe discount, basically 99.9% discount. And right now, what it costs, right, for instance, cancer medicine, the actual cost of the production is cents, and one pill costs you more than $1,000. That's the model in big pharma, and there is nothing on the horizon to change that. What we would like to do is we would like to come at the innovation level. And on the other end, it's very difficult to raise funding. Very difficult. As I am from the Silicon Valley, from Stanford, I know that. I'm a scientist. We try to raise funding for biopharmaceutical companies. For a software startup, if you raise $2 million, you can live on that for 2 years. You can crack out the product. You can do amazing things. Biopharma company, you need at least $60, $70 million because $2 million is just like that, goes out the door. So what we are saying is, working with the companies that share the vision, we will invest at the early stage. But we don't want to get like a VC come over and they said, I'm going to invest you $60 million. I will take 40% of your company. I need 2 or 3 seats on the board. And I'm going to start, messing up with the company. And that doesn't allow the innovation. So we would like to come in and say, but once we are successful, of course, if we do this, everything now, we will be crushed by biopharma. So we would like to start in steps. There is a roadmap that we developed that will really change everything for the people around
Guys,
the
we're
world.
almost done. If everyone can just close the door and stay quiet for 1 minute. Were there any questions from the judges? Anything else we had?
Yeah, what I don't understand is you are funding with an ICO these projects, right? These investments in these companies.
Yes.
As you said, the biotech companies, they need more funding each time, each year or each several years. How do you get more money if you don't raise that much money in the ICO?
Absolutely fair question. If we don't raise enough funding, our model will fail. But that doesn't mean that we cannot do it. So we would like to raise significant amount of funding, inject it into the companies that we know, like our
That share our vision.
share the vision, and we know that it's going to be successful. That, for instance, the viral diseases. These are new class of molecules that actually we can see in the phase 1-week trial. We know that this is going to be successful, and that's why these medicines are valued at billion, 11 billion, 4 billion, $5 billion. So this is companies, we are investing into companies that's going to be a sure success, mostly out of the Silicon Valley. That's why we say specifically Silicon Valley, Stanford to be specific. So we already identified the companies, as you can kind of already see. One of our team members, a serial entrepreneur, he's been doing this, throughout his career. And now this is the time to make something amazing happen.
I have a question for you. So we've had a few healthcare presentations. How do you guys feel about being collaborative together? Does it feel like you have different parts? I mean, have you talked since you're up on the mountain? Like, do the pieces go together in some way that creates something bigger than what you have individually?
Absolutely. That's a great, great question. UHI, we were talking to the team members from UHI. We are going to be, this year, we will be doing 2 clinical trials in Mongolia. Eiger Biopharmaceuticals is approaching FDA in next month. And we actually had one of the protocols approved by FDA last year. And there's going to be also a clinical trial for the liver cancer that, by the way, the companies that we are talking about, we personally invested. It's not like, we're just trying to have the investors come in. We believe in this. So from the clinical trial, there's so much data that's coming in. We would like to tokenize those data. And we were talking to a couple of the engineering people from the UHI. Okay, we can tokenize the data and then make it valuable and then share. And right now, within the biopharma industry, nobody talks to each other. Even if there is a synergistic medicine, they don't, cooperate. And they just say, and at the end of the day, we end up losing everybody. Not just the people in the developed world, developing, everybody loses out. Because we could have been curing some of the major diseases, like influenza. I'm suffering from influenza. It's a terrible thing. There's nothing we have it, but we have something that's amazing. We would like to speed that up process. And then instead of suffering from influenza for 10 days, we would like to just take that or even prevent it. Spray something and then that's it.
You know what? Can we give these guys a standing...
Thank you.
So we're going to wrap out of this now because we have lots of people turning up for the next round of events that we're doing. But I have not slept for 3 months. I feel like, why in the world am I doing this, knowing that this is so important? And what you just said about the collaboration piece and all of you guys working together, like I'm in tears. Thank you. Thank you all for the way you've shown up. Thank you. Thank you to the judges for quick stepping our change of plans all day long and being here with us. And I'm really moved. So everyone that's been videoing, if you can just really, I'd appreciate if you'd hashtag FutureHack and Future of Humanity. And we have a collection of this going on because one of the things I wasn't able to do is operate social media. So I'm really relying on all of you in the room. And does any of the judges have anything to say? You guys are good?
Phenomenal.
Okay.
Really phenomenal.
Okay, thank you guys. So we're going to move into an amazing program tonight where we've got some social impact panels and films to showcase. So thank you guys.